is our final tour. We promised one, so here it is. We're going to talk to you.
Popular demand, might we add.
We've actually had legitimate requests to continue a show. So, the production staff is in discussion about what that show might be.
It's very serious talks going on.
But for now, we're going to give you a complete tour of the new spaces, talk to you about age limits. We call it safety in numbers. It's really important for everybody to know those so that you can be respectful of those and everything.
And read those. They're up for a reason.
Which is why we have this one little sign right here. We are in the Teen Intergenerational Lounge, which my little catchphrase has been, it's for teens, seniors, and everyone in between.
The swankiest room in the YMCA.
It's not done yet.
Right.
In fact, this week we're supposed to get booth seating for the back. We're still working on a graphic for the back wall, so
I feel like I'm in the Big Brother house.
I'm going to continue to say that there are some finishing touches that I'm mostly responsible for, but I'll get to it. But this space is for members age 13 and up. And this is really important because we really needed a space for teens, but we wanted a space for seniors as well. And to have somewhere where the generations can
bridge
be together.
The gap.
Bridge the gap is our phrase for this. So I've already seen folks working on jigsaw puzzles in here. We have some games. We have some books you can check out.
Uno.
There's foosball behind us. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Chalkboard. No,
chalkboard wall behind us.
This room is just so, I mean, it is like a reality show living room with all the modern conveniences. We've got this soft plush seating area. We've got a fireplace, which is just the most amazing piece of YMCA furniture we've ever had.
It is really cool because you won't see anything like this anywhere else.
No, it's way nicer than any of our houses. So
this is true.
I would love to live here.
My house would about fit in this room. Anyway, what else? Oh, there's ping pong behind this table, which you can't even probably see on camera. You can check out paddles at the front desk, paddles and balls at the front desk, and then you can charge your laptop, your phone, do your homework on this table.
Right. Here's something important I feel. We want people to feel like this is as much their space as it is ours. It's everybody's space. It's a community space. So treat it with respect.
Yes.
Clean up after yourself. Do like you would at home, right?
Yes.
Some may be cleaner than others at home, but don't leave your stuff everywhere. We want them to feel like this is theirs and have ownership of the space.
Yes.
So it's important that we encourage people and encourage you guys to keep it clean and help us appreciate it.
Yeah. And again, I just have to kind of emphasize, this space is not for kids. We have other spaces for kiddos.
Great spaces for kiddos.
Great space for kiddos, which we'll get to shortly. But 13 and up, and please be respectful of that. So we're excited, more finishing touches. Love to see you hanging out in here.
And just check this fireplace out.
Check it out.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
It's me.
We're in the new Child Watch space, but also you're standing in the check-in space for Child Watch and the Family Adventure Center, which is to your left. I think there might have been some confusion, but all parents come in the hello door.
Everybody checks
and then you exit out the goodbye door. That keeps the traffic flow moving. And to your right, which you can see from the lobby now too, is it's what was formerly Child Watch. It still is Child Watch, it's for the older kids. And then we have these corrals, is what we're calling them.
Kid corral.
For the younger kiddos. So make sure to bring your Y membership card. Child Watch is for birth through 5 years old. And Family Adventure Center, which we will go in just a moment, is for age 5 and in kindergarten. And you'll scan your membership card and then sign them in.
That's right.
What's your favorite thing about this space?
My bed that I was in, my dog bed. I love that. I just love the openness of everything.
Yeah.
And the fact that they're not on top of each other anymore. I mean, they still, still very crowded in here at times. But they've got more room to move around.
Yes.
That's probably my favorite aspect.
And I like the traffic flow, and you can check kids into both spaces.
The joint check-in station, genius.
Yeah.
Love it.
So make sure, kind of knock on the door, wave, and they will buzz you in this space. We're trying to keep this safe and secure for our kiddos, right?
Right, and the door that you come in is hello.
Yes.
The Child Watch door.
Look for the hello door.
And then goodbye.
Yes.
Go out, obviously. So.
And one thing I'll mention really quickly,
Adios.
across the hall is the Virginia room. And the first room that you come to is the Tennessee room. I just mentioned that because some of our programs that we'll be having will be held in one or either of those rooms. So that way you know
what's going to go where.
Yeah.
Adult coloring coming very, very soon. Spoiler
Really?
alert. Spoiler alert.
I don't know.
I know. I don't know if she knows or not, but I know because
Well,
I'm gonna
I
be
haven't made a sign for it.
Well, it's in my head, but it's coming soon.
Okay.
So sharpen your pencils with a knife, apparently.
Let's go to the Family Adventure Center.
Okay.
So after you check your kiddos in, they'll come through this door where we'll have youth staff in their brightly colored red shirts. This door will not be open. She's been cleaning, so this will be closed. You do not enter the Family Adventure Center.
Oh.
Sorry. Do not enter through here. This is emergency exit or cleaning. Come with me, come with me. I'm so excited about this space. I told you when we started, I thought this was gonna be the biggest change. And they'll still have a table to do their games, crafts, science experiments. We have shelves over here with books. And then of course Tyler is on a stage, of course. He loves stages. You'll see another stage soon.
Yes, this
But
is one of
anyway,
2 new stages.
I know. I love everything about this space. This is for age 5 and in kindergarten up through anywhere through age 12. They have space in here to do group games, a lot of active play space, twirling, running, skipping, scavenger hunts, Foursquare, games like that. They have a direct access to the gym from here. They have their own restroom in here. And then come with me. Adaptive climbing wall in the back. And then our huge playground. 24 feet, 3 inches tall.
Wow.
We added new elements, reconfigured it. You can pan up to the top if you want.
It's huge.
It's awesome.
Looks into the new group X room actually at the top.
Yeah, you can't see people in it, but
Right.
yeah, there's some windows there. So I think this space is awesome. Our kiddos have been so excited.
Library
Yes. I don't think we
area
got
for
that,
books
but
and reading,
yeah.
which is incredible to me. And just again, space for them to be and
play
run
space.
and bring your
Contain.
kids here. We will wear them out, and then you go home and they're exhausted and they're ready for bed. Perfect angels by the time they get home.
And I will mention, we have a 2-hour time limit. This is because, you know, we didn't talk about this in Child Watch, but it's because we're not a state licensed daycare, so there's a limit of 2 hours, and we're pretty strict on that now because we have to keep documentation to keep us out of trouble. But,
So if you want to come to 4:30 and 5:30 class, you gotta hurry.
Yeah.
And if you fib and put down a time that's not true,
not
they're gonna
good.
know.
Not good.
They're gonna know.
But I will say, one of my friends has her daughter in here, and she said that her daughter gets so mad if she comes before the 2 hours. Like she has to push it because she doesn't want to leave, and that's a great problem for us to have.
Right.
It means we're doing something right.
And
so.
we want the parents to have the kids stay here all the time.
That's right.
It's great,
It's
but
like home.
we just have to go by the rules.
That's right.
I'm very rule oriented as a human.
And it wasn't like this before, but unfortunately you can't use this space unless it's staffed. And the reason is for safety because it's so far away from the front desk. We want it in clear line of sight of staff. That's why we want staff in here when it's open. So just to be aware of that. And if we find, you know, we just have to monitor hours and usage and that kind of thing. So
Right.
always adapting and changing. So next we're going to go upstairs and explore those spaces.
Okay, well we are here in the Wellness 2 expansion. This is an area that we did not have access to previously, so it's brand spanking new. And Abby's going to tell us a little bit about what is going to go on in this space. Maybe now, maybe in the future, who knows. So.
Okay, so sometimes, you know, you think that things are going to turn out a certain way, like putting these pants in the dryer, and then it ends up just maybe not turning out the way that you thought it was. So, we do need to say that there will be some changes in this space. We kind of had some thoughts about what would happen, and then as we've opened it in the last couple weeks, we find people bringing weights over from Wellness 1 and things like that that really, that's not what we intended. And we have to be really careful because this, as you know, we've been talking about age limits, and this whole Wellness 2 is okay for ages 11 to 14. So we have to make sure that everything in this space is safe for that age group as well. So be looking for some changes. It's definitely our intention to try to serve as many people, as many needs as we can. That's what we always try to do, while keeping it safe, efficient, and kind of friendly for the age groups that we want it to be. And while we're talking about this, I'll mention that the old Spirit Mind Body, which is in the very back, the old yoga room.
Right.
Right now, we're leaving it as a multi-purpose space. We're not sure what's going to happen back there. We've thrown around some different ideas, so just remember that in the Y, a lot of times, spaces, programming, all that, we have to do trial and error to get it right. Sometimes it takes a few tries, but
Right.
as you know, when we adapt things, usually it ends up better in the end. So that's what we're working on. So watch for changes here, be patient with us, and we promise we'll just keep working on it till we get it right. I love this space, and I'm gonna give credit to our camera woman who you never see, but she designed this whole word wall in the back, and it's one of my favorite parts.
People are losing their mind about this word wall.
In what we're calling the gathering area. So lots more room for Group X people kind of waiting to go into class, but also anybody else who wants to hang out here, read the paper, even maybe do some random exercises when it's not busy. But anyway, one of the things that we talked about in all our shows is the entrance doors and the
exit doors. So there are two specific places for traffic, and that will become more clear later on as we get some signage.
Traffic flow. So gathering area, since it's over here kind of close to Wellness 2, it's okay for 11 to 14 in this space, but as you know, classes are for 13 and up. So Group X classes, 13 and up.
Yep.
And also we want to mention, I guess we'll go in Group X.
Oh yeah,
we want to mention, please, if you use the studios when there aren't classes in session, please don't take additional equipment in there, and please also don't take additional equipment out of the studio. We need to leave that.
Please, and don't mess with the stereo. It should be locked, but don't mess with it, because then I have to fix it.
All right, let's go check it out.
Okay. We're here! Finally! It seems like years, decades that we've been waiting on this moment, but we're in the new Group X studio and we're on the elevated stage.
And I have to mention that you can't see our camera woman in the mirror, so now that I've pointed out, now focus on the rest.
You know, people have asked me, why do you want a stage in here? Well, it's so that people, when they're in the very back of the room, which is millions of miles away, they can see. But also, I just really wanted a stage. Let's get real.
Maybe, but it is very practical, and for large classes, it's very helpful.
So we're in here. The ceiling height is 465 feet high, ladies and gentlemen. That's the square footage of the room. I was lying. I don't know how tall it is, but look at these ceilings. The echo in here is great.
And we're trying to keep all the equipment nicely stored since it's all in the room. So
I'm looking at y'all.
Try to keep it organized. But I think this space is great. We may come back and add some more finishing touches. He's begging for some more finishing touches in here. And I will say that I still have a lot of work to do with signage and graphics here and there and that type of thing. So
we also have our beautiful tile wall for folks that donated or raised $1,000 or more towards this room. Their beautiful tiles will be on display until the end of time, practically.
It says Better Together. There's a sign there that explains. So remember, ages 13 and up are great for Group X. If you use the studio on your own time, please store the equipment back, keep it in the studio.
Keep it nice and neat.
That's right.
Welcome to the track.
And the gym.
And the gym, and this is probably the most visually large, crazy new space that we have.
Last but not least, on our tour today.
Right. And so as you can see, on Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays, we walk one direction, and then on Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, we walk another direction.
Kind of like rotating your tires. Even wear on the track. We also want to note the track can be used by age 11, 11, and up. That means anything upstairs, you need to be at least 11 years old, because everything upstairs, the safety of it, 11 and up. And we also want to keep equipment off of the track, so that's important to note as well. We will pan over, and I'm sure the people walking on the track are not going to be happy on this video. But we want you to see this part of the gym, and then also we want you to see the logo, the Blue Cross Blue Shield logo that Tyler and his dad painted on the wall. Can you see that? We don't want to get in their way.
Hours of my life.
There's
Jamie. She sprinted past the camera angle. I saw that.
Okay. You want to talk about the divider?
Well, the divider obviously divides the room into half. That way we can have half-court basketball, full-court basketball if we wanted to.
Kids on one side sometimes and other things going on at the same time. So as we talked about before, lots more flexibility in the programming.
And always be on the lookout for the gym schedule, ladies and gentlemen. That's always going to be a go-to for when volleyball is, when half-court is, when full-court, if there's anything special going on. So check that schedule.
They're posted outside the gym doors at both entrances.
11 and up here. Gym down there.
Gym down there is especially open times. You know, we have child watch and everything. So bottom floor, there are more opportunities for other ages. So that's
Jamie's coming back around. She'll probably be on camera more this time.
Oh my goodness. She'll kill us. Okay. Thank you again. Look at the camera. Thank you again for joining us. Thank you for respecting our age limit,
She sprinted again!
being excited about this space, and for loving the Y like we do.
And yeah, it's French for action.
Okay. We are
Wait!
back.
That can't be the beginning. Just keep going.